Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got another Poorboy Chronicles podcast with me and Zach. My name's
Hey,
Barry, by the way.
As you can tell, we got some new equipment.
Yeah,
Got a bunch of sound checks done. It sounds pretty good to us.
hopefully it does. I mean,
Hopefully, it's better on y'all's end.
hopefully it don't mess it up. To be honest, I'll be the one to do it too, but because I'm gonna be the one sitting here moving around the whole
You
time.
look like you're dodging the microphone.
I am dodging a microphone because I don't like talking in front of a microphone.
Turn it to the side.
Well, how about I just do this right here?
Yeah, that'll work.
What about just
take the whole stand off of it?
I'm not worried about the stand. I'll just do this right here. I'll hold the stand and everything. Okay, how
I'll
about
give you
that?
some more slack in that
It's
cord.
It'd be alright. I'm the one that's got to move around because I can't sit still when I'm trying to
He's
talk.
on camera and trying to talk.
Yeah, I get a little nervous, but
Shoot, you should see me when I'm on the phone. I got to get up and walk around. I'll walk
Yeah.
half a mile to have a conversation on the phone.
you can't get up and walk around in the truck though.
I know.
That's the downside. But nah, I can get up, walk around in the office, but
Yeah.
no, half the time I just sit there and I'll lean back in my chair. I'll lean back up in my chair and I'll start typing on the computer, doing something. But I can't sit still while I'm talking, I guess.
It's like a male thing because I do it too. I can't
Yeah.
sit still when I'm on the phone.
I know.
Even in the truck, I'm going down the road over here messing with random stuff, just doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't
Even when
be
you're
still.
passenger too, turn the radio down, and you just reach over and turn it down. Like, all right, whatever. Like it's not a bad song. You have to turn it all the way down, Zach.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
I just know how it is to be on the other end of a phone call with somebody's music blaring in the background.
Oh, well, or weed eating, right?
Yeah. With your little handy dandy battery weed eater.
That's right.
Sounds like you're running an RC car out there.
That's fine. That is just fine. I
And
need
then
to
the
get
battery goes dead and you gotta wait an hour for the
Yeah.
thing to charge up.
pretty much, or more. Actually,
At least with my gas one, I can just put more gas in it
I know.
and keep going.
Yeah.
Start
Whatever.
calling you Tesla every year.
That's fine. That's fine.
If only you had the money that he's got.
Yeah. If I only had the money to buy one. I seen one on Facebook Marketplace for sale. Actually, two of them.
Really?
Yeah. They wanted $112,000 for them.
That is ridiculous.
Like 2024 brand new model. And then another one was like a 20 model or whenever they first come out. He still wanted.
The cars.
No, it was the truck. And they still wanted like 90,000 for it. Like, God
I'm
dang.
telling you, those trucks they're ugly. I mean,
They
if you
are.
got one, you got one. But I think the body on them was like the last thing they did, and it was said, "Let's hurry up and get this thing slapped out."
I mean, I have drove a fully electric car. It was the Chevy Blazer,
Yeah.
and it wasn't too bad. I mean, it didn't sound like some of them when you go to back up. It started that humming and everything else.
Yeah.
But
I just honestly, I think I think the trucks always make the joke that it looks like somebody's uncle named Cletus used to work in HVAC, so he learned how to bend and fold sheet metal.
yeah,
And they said, "Hey, we need a design," and he's like, "I'll be your Huckleberry."
Yeah.
And he goes over there and folds up some sheet metal.
Well,
and
I
they
mean-
stick it on top of a truck.
that's several sheets of sheet metal too. Because didn't they say them things are like bulletproof or
Yeah,
something
I've
like
seen a
that?
video where a guy was literally taking like a hammer and an axe and stuff to the side of it and throwing stuff at it, and it wasn't leaving a dent or a
Yeah.
scratch, none.
Who's the rapper or artist that just come out with like a battle truck? What he called the battle truck?
I don't know.
It was fully electric, and it looked beefy.
I don't know.
It
I know Theo Von's got a Tesla truck.
Yeah, this wasn't a Tesla truck. This was some other truck.
Just something he built on his own.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it looked rugged.
I don't know.
I might have to Google it. Let's Google it. We'll pull up the phone and Google it real quick. And while Zach's talking about something else, but let me Google that real quick.
Yeah, those Tesla cars, they don't look too bad.
No.
Now, there's that one version of them that I think it looks like an old school computer mouse.
I mean,
but I don't know which model it is. But then they got the 4-door versions that are a little more sleek, look like a race car. They don't look too bad. So you had anything exciting going on lately?
Not really. I mean, just plain old Jane. Freaking Google don't want to work for me. Sorry, trying to do 2 things at work at once. So, not really. I mean, it's been here and there. You know, the normal daddy stuff.
Yeah.
Getting them ready for school. Well, my youngest one's only got
3 days a week.
3 days a week. My oldest one, I got to take him somewhere, and then I got to take off to work. But it's not been too bad, and we've been trying to basically been hit and miss, and trying to keep the boys busy pretty much, being summer. But
it's summertime.
It's been hot as all get out.
With it being summertime, you got to get them out and do stuff because they get stir crazy. I mean, my kids do too.
Whoops.
Well, you talk about a hot day. It has been rough. We've had. It wasn't too bad today though. We actually got over an inch of rain. That's
Really?
what I had in my rain gauge. It was close to an inch and a half.
I figured we would.
And I think it's supposed to come back here in a little while. The rain's supposed to come back.
Good, we need it.
Yeah.
Just means the grass is going to grow for you today.
I know.
You have to call me again.
But it's good because the grass was like a box of, I don't know, box of dry cereal when you walk across. Is what it sounded like.
Cereal is dry.
Yes, I know that. Not unless you put it in milk.
Okay, but still, cereal at first starts off dry, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
Why don't you just say like dried leaves or something other?
Yeah.
There you go.
So dry, the grass was just
breaking apart.
dusty.
Yeah.
When you walked across it.
Because cereal shouldn't be dusty. If it's dusty, then
Shut up. Okay, my bad.
I mean, I'm just saying it's kind of a bad analogy.
Shoot, I hadn't mowed my yard in probably close to 3 weeks, and I mowed it Saturday. And some areas were tall and thick, and other areas I couldn't even tell where I'd mowed.
Yeah, that was like my backyard. Hey, you tried to stripe my backyard, or I tried to stripe my backyard, and I couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell where you been, where you needed to go.
Yeah, I'd have to face the sun just to see exactly where in the world I was going.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I went back the other way, I couldn't tell at all.
We ain't had rain. I think they said it's been close to a month since we've had a good rain shower.
Yeah.
And we finally got a little bit of rain last night, but nothing to even settle the dust. And then it started about 12:30 today and rained on up till 6:30, if not later.
Been a good sleeping day.
Yeah, good day to do stuff inside.
Yeah, I got a few things done. You know, the daddy's the home taking care of stuff, which I still need to do a whole lot of stuff, but whatever.
You're real.
That'll get
a real homemaker, Barry.
I try to be.
Oh Lord, that cut on my fingers has been pretty deep.
What'd you do to it?
Working on my new car. Finally got me another car. Got that thing for a steal too. It's a 2004 Honda Civic. The guy said it ran when he parked it, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. And paid him $325. The dude was.
You could have got him a 3.
No, I tried. He was a stickler. I had 20s, and I asked him. I said, "Look, man, I don't have a 5. Will you take 320?" And he was like, "No, I told you 325." He was stickler for $5. I'm like, "Dang, man, you squeak when you walk." So I had to bum a 5 off my dad to give it to him because all I had was big bills. I was like, "Good Lord, dude."
I mean, it's $5. If you penny pinching that
$5. But the car, it needs a good cleaning in it. It does need an exhaust manifold because you crank it up. I did get it to crank. Got it home that night and I put a battery in it. It took it a minute, but it cranked.
You sent me a TikTok of it running.
Snapchat.
Yeah, it was Snapchat.
Yeah, it was running. It sounded like a straight up rice rocket, but it was running.
You should have put that on TikTok too.
Yeah, I know. Like, do y'all think it's gonna run?
No. Is that gonna turn into a rice burner?
Yeah.
Probably so.
I don't know.
He's gonna put him a 4-foot spoiler on the back end of it too.
Yeah, it's a 2-door 5-speed, so it's gonna be something.
I mean, you might as well just go put you a spoiler on it, put you some wheels on it. Just do it. Okay, so here's the thing. Are you going to go first movie, Fast and Furious, or second movie, Tokyo Drift style on there?
I don't know. Neither one of them look too good.
I mean, which way are you going to go with it?
Like, I remember when I was a kid, when those movies came out, and Brian's green car, like, that was the car that was the coolest car.
Yeah.
With the nitrous and everything, shooting flames out the tailpipe when you hit the pedal.
Well, I mean, you can still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several people that's doing that now, still, and still think it's cool.
I ain't a huge fan of it, but I am going to fix the car up because I don't have any money in it. And luckily, I have a parts car.
Yeah.
That I can get all the parts off of.
Body and seat and whatever else if you
need. The body on the blue car I bought's in better shape than the body on the red car I got.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the blue car and drive it and put parts off the red car onto the blue car. Merge them together to make one.
Yeah, that'll work.
Because the red car's got nicer interior and it's got nicer wheels and a brand new motor. But I did get this motor to crank, so I'm not going to pull it out until it decides to go out.
Yeah.
I looked at the odometer, it's only got 185,000. So if it's like my other Accord, it'll get another 100 or 150,000 more on it.
Yeah, it should. I mean, even more than that, just take care of it.
I'm going to change the oil in it, change all the fluids in it, and do a good service on it.
Yeah.
But I got over there today and I hit the switch one time and it cranked up.
Heck yeah.
I was like, heck yeah.
Well, I mean, I still honestly, I think you should go Fast and Furious #1.
Go ahead and paint it green.
Well, no,
colors.
No, what was the car? It was orange.
Yeah, there was the orange one, and then Brian's car was the green and blue one.
Yeah, that's right. that's the second one because he wrecked the orange one, wasn't it? If I remember right.
I think he wrecked the orange one, then he got the blue one.
Yeah. It was solely green, like a lime green color, and then like blue flames.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Right there.
No, I was over there trying to take the exhaust manifold off of the red car to put it on the blue car, and there's a little heat shield, and when the bolt broke loose, my thumb jammed into that heat shield like a razor blade. And it sliced it and started bleeding, dripping down my hand. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
So I went up to the shop and got me some peroxide and a Band-Aid and went back to it.
As well. Electrical tape, everything else. But,
luckily, it quit bleeding when I rinsed it off with cool water. Or if not, I would have had to bring out electrical tape.
Yeah. All
that shop rag and electrical tape.
Well, it'd be alright. I mean, you should just went in and probably done it anyway. Make a fat thumb.
Yeah.
She could have done it. I mean,
but it was an eventful day working on that thing.
Did Chris come help you with it, or?
No, I was up there by myself. It wasn't nothing I needed help with. But I got the exhaust manifold partially off the car, and then I was tired of crawling around on the ground, so I took a four-wheeler and pushed the car up to the shop, put a tire in between the car and pushed it. And granted, I'm the only one there, so there's no one to steer the car. So I got it as close as I could by pushing it, then turned the wheel as hard as I could and pulled it to get it closer to the door, then backed it up and pulled it up and backed it up to where I could finally get it pulled in there straight.
Your oldest one be old enough soon.
Yeah.
He'll help you with that.
But it was a one-man job, but we got it handled. And then the bolts on the lower end that bolt to the exhaust pipe, they were stuck. So I had a torch. I was like, I'll just cut them things in half because I had other ones to put on it. Well, I laid under there and about got burned up with a torch. Just drippings falling everywhere. Wasn't too bad. Then one of the bolts were stuck in the manifold, so I'm over here using the torch again to cut the head of the bolt off, and the darn torch catches on fire. In my hand, it goes woof, and I immediately thought, I looked down, I seen a fireball in my hands, and I threw it, and then I had to reach over and cut the gas off on the torch. I was like, I'm gonna end up killing myself over this car.
That's one of them oh shit moments.
Yeah, that's what it was. A split second went through my head that I'm holding the torch and the torch just caught on fire, burnt up arm hair, and I'm like, what do I do? So my second thought was to throw it, and then it was on the ground just burning, so I had to cut the gas off on the tank, and it went out.
That was actually kind of like me last night.
I was like, good gracious, what am I doing here?
That was kind of like me last night.
But I didn't catch on fire, and I got the exhaust manifold figured out.
I went to a buddy's house last night and did some fireworks and stuff, and he had those little, I guess like M80s almost, and I had
like
two of them.
M1000s or whatever.
Yeah, but I had two of them in my hand. I was like, light both of them. And I'm gonna chunk both of them. Well, no, he couldn't get both of them lit at the same time. So one of them,
and you're over here thinking,
like, oh crap,
hurry.
So I just chunked both of them. He's like, where's the other one? I said, I chunked it. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, we're not going to find that, are we? Probably not. I don't know where it went. I still don't know where nor it's at.
He's going to end up mowing his yard and you just hear clunk. It ain't going to pop because there's no ignition source, but there's that thing.
He lit one of. I even had both of the fuses right there together, and tried to get him to light both of them all at the same time, but no, dummy. I don't know what it was, but he had either off to one side or what, but it literally sparked one of them and started lighting it. I was like, oh crap! Come on, hurry up! Light the other one! Light the other one, fool! Light the other one! And it started just slowly going down. It was like, light the other one, light the other one.
It never works
so I was like, screw it, and just chunked it.
It never works out. And as many times as I've messed with bottle rockets and different fireworks, and you try your best, like put 2 bottle rockets in the bottle and try to twist the fuse together, it don't ever work.
We did the Roman candles.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
And put those down in like a little mortar thing.
Yeah,
and try to set both
straight off.
Yeah, so they go straight up and everything up. And we tried to light both of those at the same time. Only one went off. One, I think the first one went off just once. The other one went off all 5 times because there's 5 balls in it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I was like, all right, let's see if we can relight it. So I lit the paper on fire. It brought it down a little bit more. I was like, all right, where in the world's the fuse at? Kept messing with it. We could not get that some bitch to light again. It would not light to save our life. I was like, screw it. Just move on to something else.
Yeah, try something else.
But we had...
The best thing to do with Roman candles is just to light them and hold them out.
No, it says on the thing, do not hold in hand.
I was doing that last night. I had 2 of them. I was sitting there and just... I run 2 of them that I've had from a few years back. And you just light them and hold them out and they'll poof.
No. It says on the thing, do not hold in hand.
Instruction manual. Do you read the terms and conditions too?
No. I just read the big lettering and say screw the rest.
You don't read the terms and conditions?
Mm-mm. No.
They say that's where Jeffrey Epstein's hiding at, is in the terms and conditions.
That's probably true. But I think we had those.
If anybody's looking for my sanity, that's where they can find it.
I don't look there, so I'm good. Now we had those little bottle rocket things, and we had one of them that looked like a little dynamite piece. You lit it and you threw it, and as soon as it got to the fuse and got to where everything, it started spinning.
Huh.
I was like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Kids will like those. I wish they did. Actually, I tried to light 2 of those one time too, and it didn't work either.
We went and bought, just for the kids mainly. I didn't feel like going to South Carolina, but I bought one of those little $13 Walmart ones.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't shoot off, but they were still pretty cool. Little cannons that just shoot there. They still made pretty good fireworks. I mean,
So,
for what they are.
That's the thing they had. What's the two main brands? It's the TNT and then the Black Cat one,
Yeah.
isn't it? And you know, down there in Siler, they had both of them going, and which they had some.
We just went to the
Black
store
Cat.
and bought some. We didn't go into the tents. I know where you're talking about though.
Yeah.
I always thought it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, you might can research it. Why that we don't have fireworks? Like why they're not legal in North Carolina? All the years of people going to Virginia and Georgia and South Carolina to get them and bring them back across the border, but nothing is said. But
I don't know.
But we can't just go into a tent and buy them. That's what's kind of crazy.
I don't know either.
Dang, Barry, you about to hit yourself in the chin with that.
I know. I told you.
You can't keep it still.
I mean, it's either gonna be up on my chin, up in my mouth, or
We really
way
need to get
back
some
here.
of those stands, like you can pull them up and adjust them right here, hands-free ones.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
these will be great too. We'll keep these as well in case we're somewhere where we don't have a table to clamp it onto.
if I want to lean up, I'll just lean up and do this or whatever. I mean, it'll work. But honestly, I don't know. I guess it's cause the licensing and all that stuff. You gotta have a license to do all the fireworks stuff.
Yeah, to sell them.
To sell them and even shoot them off in North Carolina, I believe.
It's one of those laws that they don't really enforce.
No, not really.
Now, there's some states that if they see you shooting them off, they'll literally come over and write you a ticket and confiscate everything, which I think is crazy.
I don't know about all that. I don't need to know that. But
No.
that talking about fireworks and stuff, we found one, or my buddy found one. You remember that old like Vine or whatever, where the guy in the wheelchair was sitting there shooting off fireworks?
Back it up, Terry.
Back it up, Terry. They found one. It was called "Put It in Reverse." Put it in reverse.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Oh, Terry.
I was like, oh yes.
That video.
It literally did. It actually. I mean, it was called "Put It in Reverse," but what it done is it went up in the air, and instead of going straight up, it went up and then like almost did a reverse, and then blew up.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You just got to be careful that you're not around any trees or anything like that.
We tried to be. We
The
tried to
bad
not.
part about it here is it was so dry and everything that a lot of people, you just had to be extra careful shooting them off. Like when I was lighting those Roman candles, I got those pine trees near my house, and I was trying not to shoot one into the pine tree. It'd be my luck, have to call the fire department that I'm a member of, because I set a tree on fire in my yard.
Yep.
Before I called them, I'd just go get the big poultry washer and fill that sucker up with water and spray it down.
It dry as those pine needles were. It'll lit up quickly though.
I know.
But it was pretty good. I mean, we had 3 different fireworks shows, I guess.
Yeah, you went to 3 different ones.
Yeah.
I didn't see any big fireworks this year. We didn't really have the time.
Which, I mean,
We didn't make the time, should I say.
I tried to make the time. My oldest one he don't really like fireworks the best. He's got, I don't know if it's just a sensory thing for him, loud noises popping off.
Yeah, little anxieties.
Yeah. Which once we got him headphones and stuff like that, he was just fine with it. He'd sit there and watch them, or he'd watch his iPad while they were blowing up. My youngest one, he wasn't really excited for it, but he just sat there. I mean, he liked the sparklers and stuff like that. We found those big, long ones. I don't know what they're called, but they were at least 2 foot long. Light them on the end, and they're all different colors. I guess it's still a sparkler. It's just all different colors.
Bigger.
Yeah, but he liked those. But everything else, he just whatever. He didn't really completely care.
That's how mine are. They're not. It is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, they were excited over the little cheap fireworks I bought. I mean, just watching them.
Yeah. I wanted him to throw one, but, because he would have done it. My youngest one would. He would literally probably light it and throw it all. But, you know, their mama was there, so it was kind of one of the things. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. He'll be fine if I show him right. But it was one of those things.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, we had a pretty good time.
That's good.
Drank several beer.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
After getting up and starting the grill and starting cooking and then mowing the yard and trying to spray the yard if the sprayer wouldn't have messed up. And then doing all that, I was about tired of it. So I started drinking some beer after that.
Yeah.
It was a hot day yesterday.
That it was. I was sweating like a whore in
And
church.
then Friday was even worse.
Yeah.
Thursday was hot.
It's just been, golly. Just imagine it in the morning though, dude. It's gonna be muggy as all get out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dreading it already.
Because right now there ain't no telling how hot it is.
Yeah.
Like temperature wise, probably about 75, but in the
73.
morning. Oh, well, in the morning when the sun starts coming up.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hot again tomorrow too.
Oh yeah. Get muggy and everything else, which, what's it say right now? I don't know. Pull up the weather app real quick. We needed it though. We definitely needed the rain.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Now my grass actually look like it's alive.
Yeah,
not dead.
My garden actually gonna do something. It ain't doing a whole lot because I put it in the shaded spot. Thought it would be a little better than it was, but stuff didn't do too well. But the rain's definitely gonna help.
Yeah. Man, it says right now it's 100% humidity.
Good Lord. What's the temperature gonna be tomorrow?
I don't know. Let's see.
I know I was
back
out there.
in about 85.
I was out there tomorrow.
68% humidity.
I was out there earlier. And
yeah.
It wasn't, the temperature wasn't bad, but the humidity was so bad, I was dripping sweat.
Yeah.
It wasn't but about 75 degrees, but it was just so hot. The humidity was. When the breeze was blowing, it was fine.
Yeah, right now, I mean, even at midnight, I pulled it up for midnight. It says 100% humidity with a 72% dew point, so it makes it muggy.
That's rough.
Golly. And then tomorrow, let's just say, actually, it's not. The rain's not supposed to come in until tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we're gonna have another % chance of rain, but it's gonna be 72% humidity, 70% dew. So I mean, it's gonna be muggy and everything else as well. I think that's what makes it kind of bad too. When it's humidity is high and the dew point and stuff's high, it makes it. You know the old saying, the swamp comes out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's pretty rough.
Might want to take an extra pair of shorts or something other to work.
Yeah, be a little hot.
Yeah.
A little hot and muggy.
But
have some old ball soup over here.
make some cheese better than the end of the day.
It's rough.
It's not moldy cheese, but it'll be cheese for sure.
That's rough.
I mean, a few times I've had to take 2 showers. One in the morning, one in the night. I'm like, But it'll probably be like that for a while.
That's how it was Friday. I got up, took a shower that morning, then I went to go get that car, and I thought, it won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Because it was a little small car, and we got a winch, everything on the little dolly. But just standing there, we weren't really doing anything crazy. And granted, this is like 10:30.
Yeah.
We weren't really doing any heavy lifting or anything, and just drenched in sweat, just dripping. And then I got back and we mowed those yards, and everything else got all dusty and dirty and sweaty again. So I had to take a shower that evening too.
Yeah. And then just standing around doing everything else. I mean, then it felt like before you wanted to lay down in bed, it's like, golly, I'm sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, ugh.
But we ended up going to town and getting us something to eat. And shoot, Friday night it rained pretty good around my house. We didn't get but like a 1/4 inch of rain, but poured down rain.
Friday we went out to Archdale. We went to Creekside. Storm come up, but it wasn't too bad. I don't know. Wind picked up, and all right, storm's coming in, so everybody kind of took shelter, and then all of a sudden, here come the rain.
Yeah.
But then
out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I mean it was. But by the time we left the little shelter, because my oldest one, and he don't like thunderstorms and stuff like that either. So
yeah, I mean
it's
most little kids don't.
Yeah.
They grow out of it a lot of times, but
we took off, went back to the truck, and it quit by the time we made it back to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, well, maybe might be all right. Golly, just sitting at the truck, it was hot and everything else, waiting on the fireworks, and then they didn't start them till about 9:30.
Dang, I had to make sure it was good and dark.
Yeah, I mean it was.
That was partly our issue, not wanting to go to any fireworks things. Is we've got the little baby. Yeah. And she would be okay. We'd put earmuffs on her, but just the time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
which I mean,
when the fireworks start at 9:30.
Yeah.
I was getting overstimulated being with them enough that day. I was ready to go to heck, just stay at home.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the little ones too. It's like I know with mine, he's like, Daddy, pick me up. I'm like, dude, it's too hot to pick your butt up. Do you not understand that?
And
yeah.
I'm tired. I want to go home. I'm hungry.
Yeah. It's like,
I know we were the same way. We're just learning it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the, mine's every bit of, he might be 50 pounds by now or maybe a little more, but I swear, just carrying him around, I'm drenching in sweat. He's drenching in sweat. He's like, just pick me up. Just pick me up. Daddy, my legs hurt. I'm like, no, they don't. Just get your butt up.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Well, I know we sat there. We went to Randleman Saturday night. They had a little festival going on. He went on the playground. They had bouncy houses, and watermelon, and all that stuff. The line for the biggest one, that's the one he wanted to go to. It's like, all right, we'll stand in here. He did pretty good. After I told him he had just a little bit of an episode, and I was like, dude, I'm not trying to get loud with you. I'm not trying to do this, but it is hot. You're hot. I'm hot. Me picking your butt up and holding you is just going to make both of us even hotter. I said, so if you do not want to get hot and get sweaty and everything else, you need to stay off of me, and I will stay off of you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and he did. He stood there. He sat down on the ground. Every once in a while, we'd move up. They were letting about 6 kids on the thing at one time.
Was it one of the big slides?
Yeah, it was shaped like a big old pirate ship. You climbed up one side, got to the top, and then went back down the other side. As soon as you got to the bottom, you ran through like little these tackle and dummy things almost. He liked it, so glad he enjoyed that and got him some watermelon. And then he wanted to do one more, and it was one that was kind of like a little race one, where you run through, crawl through, climb over, kind of stuff.
Obstacle course.
Yeah, like a little obstacle course one. By the time he got done with the pirate ship and got off of there, one of the guys come around and he said, 5 more minutes. And I looked at the line. I was like, yeah, we're not making that in 5 minutes.
No.
Like, yeah, no.
That's the bad part about the public bouncy houses at events is that line will get so far back.
Oh yeah, and then
I remember-
you got kids coming up and cutting in line, everything else. Like
I remember for the trunk or treat at the preschool's church,
yeah,
they had a bouncy house, and my son wanted to go on it, but there was probably 50, 60 people.
oh yeah.
And it was during the week on Halloween. I was like, buddy, we don't have time to sit here.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things was too was like, I mean, yeah, you've got an adult and a kid standing there, but then you've got another adult that come with too standing there. You've got maybe 2 or 3 other kids standing there. Yeah, they're all going to get on, but then you've got how many ever other adults standing there with. So it's like, all right, y'all are kind of in the way. I mean, it's really for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
But then you get all these other kids that the parent has stepped back out of the way and letting them go on through on their own. Well, they'll come up and just cut through and try to get on. Because we had, by the time we made it up to the front, there was at least 7 other kids that squeezed in between us and
Other people.
like 7 other
They see
families.
their buddies and they go stand with their friends.
They're like, hey, and then run up there and like, no, take your butt back to the back of the line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your butt's already been on this.
Yeah.
Mine hadn't.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Which,
I'm not a real stickler for, like, cutting a little bit, but if it's just over and over and over,
yeah.
that's when it gets annoying. But
Well, I mean, I wasn't really
in certain places.
as much time as we stood there in line.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it was like, all right, come on now. Like, y'all have already been on once. How about let somebody that hadn't been on before? And which
yeah.
the lady that was running it, she kind of noticed that stuff. She's like, look, guys, I got to let these on first. And I kind of spoke up to her. I was like, hey, look. I said, a bunch of these little kids that's standing right here behind you, they've already looked like they've been through. I said, mine hadn't even been on yet. And there was like 2 other families behind us that their kids hadn't been on yet.
Oh, yeah.
She's
It's
like,
like
well,
time
let's go on.
crunch, too. I remember a line cutting story. I about got in a fight with this guy at Greensboro Coliseum during the Monster Jam. Because, at Greensboro, you come down, if you're sitting up top, you come down the stairs, and then the merch table's right at the bottom of the stairs. That's how they had it set up. Well, when we got off the stairs, there was a line there, so we started the line to the merch table. Well, this one guy wanted to be like a male Karen. We were standing there just waiting. It was me and a few other guys. We're all just standing there waiting to get our shirts and everything, and he wanted to start an argument. It was like, look, we've all been in line, and that's not a line right there, and you're cutting in line, and this, and I was going back at him like, you could feel, I mean, we had all the kids and everything with us, and you're going to start something like that, but he was getting all hot and heavy, like real mad, heated, and I started getting a little heated, and I was just trying to keep my cool, because I ain't trying to go off in front of my kids and act like a fool in front of all these little kids, but I was getting a little irritated and irritable at him, and was just telling him like, look, you're going to be all right. Everything's fine. And a couple other guys stepped up too, and they were like, look, we've all been here before you were even here.
Yeah.
These guys are here before you. He was trying to make us all go to the back of the line and everything. And I was like, look, dude, it's one person. I'm one person. You're going to be all right. We're all going to get shirts. And like I said, it was me and my dad, and there was a few guys around us that were getting into it with that guy. We were all like, look, dude, just chill. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And
they're not going to sell out that fast.
no, that's it. Like, we all had to wait the same amount of time.
Yeah.
And then when that guy got calmed down or whatever, his wife was mad. She was yelling at him like, don't you do that ever again. Like, he must be one of them guys that gets pissy over stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like
certain situations, we weren't intentionally cutting the line. There was nowhere for us to go, and we wanted to get some t-shirts. So there was probably 40 of us. We're all just trying to funnel in and get in the line.
That's the thing about those, because I've been there too, and I mean, they have like maybe 4 stations set up, and there's no really line to it.
It's just you just get there.
You just get there, and it just spreads out. And I mean, nobody really knows where in the world to line up at because everybody's just there.
Yeah, and there's
standing
100
beside each
people.
other.
There's 100 people
Yeah.
just crowding into a crowd. Nobody really makes a line. You kind of
No.
just walk up to the table when it's your turn.
Pretty much. I mean,
Like,
it's,
you think about it, they got thousands of T-shirts.
well,
that
you would hope.
You would hope,
Yeah.
that you're not going to run out. And like you said, there's a bunch of different merch tables. So if one of them gets out of your size, go to the other one. But
Yeah.
this guy, like I was making the point, is it's fine if you want to get mad over stuff like what you were saying when you got a certain time limit and these people are just abusing it.
Yeah.
And then you say you've been waiting in line for the grocery store and people are over here cutting in front of you. Like, no, you can wait. But a situation is like I was just describing, it's not worth making a big deal about. But some people just get all mad and upset over everything.
It's, I think I just broke my mic. Or not my mic, but my stand. Because now I can't get it to go back up. But oh well.
We'll figure it out when we're done.
Yeah. I guess I'll just hold it the rest of the time. I was going to try to lean up just a little bit and relax my back.
You want to try to put it on the table?
I was going to try to, yeah. But no. See, when you fold it out, you fold the legs out. If you don't have it high enough, what does it do?
But you can't get it to pull up.
It won't pull up. I'm twisting the dial and everything else, but whatever.
Slam
Screw
it
it.
down on the table.
I ain't slamming it. I'm trying to record.
No, don't nobody want to hear that.
No.
Boom.
That's why I'm trying to just do it silently. And pull on it. Oh,
There
there
it
it
goes.
goes.
There it
You gotta
goes.
pull
You
it.
probably heard a little bit of a.
Yeah. You gotta pull. You gotta pull on it.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to lean back, but it does hurt your back a little bit.
I know.
Stretch out.
We're trying to get sitting here at the table and kind of asked Zach when I first sat down. I was like, "You seriously gonna be sitting here for a good little while, about an hour?" Yeah, it's not too bad. Now I'm kind of like, daggum, I wish I kind of had the recliner over there.
Yeah.
Something soft,
A low table.
a low table. And
That's
maybe
the
one of
problem
those.
with a high top table is you can't just lean back that easy like you can
No.
on a low table.
I mean,
You can put your feet down and lean
Yeah.
back.
pretty much. I mean, you got to be right here at the mic too, so it's
We need to invest in a couple of those holders. The telescoping thing
yeah.
that you can move it, you can mount it to a table.
I
and
mean, it's
move
not
it.
bad. I mean, honestly, I'll take it off the stand if I have to.
Yeah,
Just
and we
hold the
could
mic.
probably get some little hand holders. You can thread into that and hold it.
Yeah.
Handles.
Well, does the mic come off the stand, like here?
I'm sure it probably does.
Because I mean, I'd much rather just hold this right here, like
Yeah.
that. You know, just hold the base of the mic like that, and just
Yeah,
work
I'm
with
sure
it.
you can take those set screws off the side.
I don't know. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, but I think the mics are sounding pretty good though.
From what I can tell, yeah, I might be sound like I'm far away because I'm sitting about a foot back, but
Yeah,
They
you just
definitely-
gotta stay pretty close to it.
yeah, and that's kind of the only downside. And Zach goes, "You gotta speak up a little bit, man. I'm tired of yelling.
You got a quiet voice anyway.
I do got a quiet voice, but when it gets loud, it gets loud. I don't want to use it.
Yeah. So talking about the Facebook Marketplace stuff, you seen anything crazy on there lately? I know I got that card. Like that's one thing I'll say about marketplaces. If you look hard enough, you can find some good cheap prices on stuff. Like I paid for this car. Yeah, it needs a little work, but daggum, the body alone with no motor is worth $300. And I got a car that runs and drives for $300.
Yeah. No, I hadn't looked lately.
And it's one of those things with marketplaces. You gotta be available.
Yeah.
If a good deal pops up, you gotta jump on it, message them, and be able to go get it.
Yeah.
Because
pretty
it'll go
much.
quick.
I mean, I'm somewhat still looking into a smoker here and
I
there.
did. Remember I showed you that one yesterday.
I know.
One of the Pit Box XLs.
Yeah.
Nice one. $40, but
I'm-
it was already sold.
I'm still looking into it. I hadn't really. I don't go on Facebook a whole lot.
I only go on there for Marketplace. About all I use it
If
for.
I'm on there, I'll scroll through, maybe watch somebody's videos or look at one of my buddy's photos that he's posted, and that's about it.
I do a lot of the groups. I'm a part of just different groups like Harbor Freight and smokers, trucks, different things that I can get info on and whatnot. That's most of my Facebook. All the old women that post all these statuses and stuff, I scroll right on past them. I've even gotten to where I went through there and person starts. I'm reevaluating the friends that I had on Facebook. I'm sure you've been the same. When you were young into Facebook, you were like, "Oh, I know this person." And you added them because they went to school with you. And then the more you really look at it, you're like, "I don't want to see their stuff." Like I don't really talk to them. I don't know.
I mean, it's still on there. I haven't deleted anybody. I'm one of the ones. Like I said, if I get on there, I'll look at photos, where you've been, stuff like that.
There's just
maybe
a few
like it every
people
once in a
that
while.
I've gotten aggravated with seeing their stuff. I didn't really care for them much in high school, but I added them as a friend anyway.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't want to see them posting pictures of their third baby daddy and
that happened.
complaining about this person doing this and this person doing that.
That's why I don't read the comments.
I know.
I don't read that stuff. If it's actual paragraph or whatever, I don't read all that stuff.
Yeah,
no. Just show me a photo. I'll read
Sorry for the long post, but I really wanted to tell this.
No. Yeah, I don't do all that, but I mean, if it's somebody selling something, or I do follow a few auctioneer stuff, and I'll look at that, see what they're selling.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you can get a good price on a gun or something other. But
I found a lot of stuff through Facebook, whether it be Marketplace or different groups that I need something, and I'll say, "Hey, anybody know where I can get this?" They're like, "Yeah, I got one for $40." All right, I'll go get it.
I need to make a cup of coffee. I'm over yawning.
Yeah.
What?
Shoot.
Oh, speaking of Facebook, we've got VBS coming up.
Yeah, that's
and they've got a post on there for
it's Mount Pleasant Baptist Church of Liberty, North Carolina.
Yep.
Read the pamphlet thing if you can pull it up. That way we can give them the times.
I'll pull up.
I think it's kids age preschool through 5th grade. I think it is, or 6th grade.
Hold on.
You can pull it up and double check.
That's what I'm doing now.
Vacation Bible School.
Well, come on, scroll on. There we go. VBS. It is July the 21st through the 26th from 6 to 8:30.
Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Liberty.
And you can go onto their Facebook page and find everything.
What's the age groups?
It didn't say the age groups. I think the one that's getting it put together is like they said preschool.
Preschool to 6th grade in it, or 5th grade?
I think so. It didn't really say an age group, but more than likely probably the 6th.
And it's scuba themed.
Yep. They're gonna have Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Under the sea with scuba, I think is what the theme of it is.
So
you'll get to see our smiling faces because we're in charge of the outdoor stuff.
Yeah. We get the
games and
sweat our butts off running around with kids.
Throw water balloons at kids and dump buckets of water on them. Stuff like that.
I would definitely be doing that.
Yeah, as hot as it's gonna be. I don't know if the preschool kids are going to come outside though.
They do. They'll come out. They'll have. I know the ladies that are doing that one. They're gonna probably have a few activities outside and stuff,
but not as much as the big groups.
Yeah, they'll have. Which honestly, if you think about it, the big groups. I mean, they'll move around and stuff, but a lot of your preschool, they'll stay in one location.
Yeah, they'll stay in one room,
and then they'll come out, do their thing, and then go back in, do something else to finish up the day.
But I remember when I was a kid, Bible school was always fun.
Oh yeah,
it was. Planning to have ice cream and
Ice cream
Just
and
a-
pound cakes.
ice cream and cake social at the end and
Pretty
the
much.
commencement where you can come as a parent and see what all the kids have learned and their
Yep.
songs and dances and their crafts and everything.
Yeah. Which I didn't like. I didn't like doing. I was never one of the ones that got up
Get
there.
up there and dance.
Get up there and
No,
dance.
me either. I was always the one standing there to the side, wiggling a little bit.
No, I wasn't the one doing the dances, but I know they're planning on doing all that this year. More than likely, my two will be the ones standing up there. My little one, he'll probably get up there and maybe dance a little bit if he likes the song, but he won't be singing. My oldest one,
He'll just stand there.
he'll just stand there more than likely. If he likes the song, he'll probably sing it, but in front of a bunch of crowd, nah,
Not too
probably
much.
not. He'll be just one standing there. What am I
Yeah,
doing here?
Mine will do the same. He'll be singing it at home and
Well,
rehearsing it and everything at home, but then when he gets up there, he'll be shy in front of everybody else.
well, that's just like they at preschool and stuff. They do the little stuff.
graduation stuff.
the graduation stuff. They do stuff for Easter and Christmas and all that stuff. They'll have all those like songs done whenever they do their parties,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go watch them. And what's mine doing? Over playing around. Whatever.
Not paying attention.
Not well. Paying attention, and he may move his hands. I might see him move his hands every once in a while, but no, he ain't singing.
No.
He ain't doing that. And I look at yours, and he's just standing there.
Yeah, wiggling a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
It
just a
surprised
little
me
bit.
that during their little graduation, mine was actually standing there dancing.
Yeah.
He wasn't completely on key with the dance movements, but he was moving around.
He might. Well, I mean, they'll have it again this year and everything else, so he'll have another year of it. And
Yeah.
you got your middle one. He's in there now, so he'll learn
Yeah.
all that stuff. He probably won't be dancing either.
I don't know. He's willing to do about everything.
That's true.
He's headstrong. He's going to
Yeah.
try. Anything his brother's doing, he's doing it.
Yeah.
And it's cool right now, but wait till they get a little bit older and he's like, Dad, he's copying me.
Yeah.
I remember them days.
Mine is exactly that way right now.
He's copying me. Tell
Yeah.
him to stop.
My oldest one is doing that to my youngest one right now. Just stop. He's doing the same thing. You don't have to repeat me. You don't have to like what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I know he don't, but he does because he looks up to you. That's why your ass needs to pay attention and
Yeah.
behave.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. Set an example for the other ones. That's what I've got to get my oldest son. He's not too bad about it, like yours. They're not doing anything real crazy, but if one of them is over here screaming and hollering, then the other one thinks they got to scream and holler. So it's like, hey, buddy, you got to act right because your brother's watching you.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful what you say because they're going to pick up on it. They're going to say it, everything like that.
Mine's got to where the oldest one's got to where he goes, well, Sammy gets to do this and Sammy gets to do that. I said, okay, he's 5.
Yeah, he don't quite.
He doesn't quite understand.
No.
You're 9. You understand. I have tried to teach you better, so you don't have to do everything that he does.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just because you think he gets away with it, doesn't mean that he does. Because he doesn't.
He gets in trouble afterward. Yeah, he
Yeah.
might be doing it in the moment, but
Yeah.
then he gets in trouble afterward.
If I tell you to stop, you better stop.
Oh
If
yeah.
I tell him to stop, he better stop as well. But he ain't going to because that's just how he is. And then he's gonna get in trouble later.
Mm-hmm.
But
Shoot, you been any crazy fast food or anything lately? Anything that new restaurants, new movies, anything like that? I know you said you watched that movie earlier. That was pretty good.
I don't, like I said, I don't even remember what in the world. Oh, I don't know what in the world the name of it is though. That's the downside.
Was it on Netflix?
No, Amazon Prime. That's what it was on. I've been seeing a few TikToks of it. I was like, this looks pretty cool. And it had the guy that played Jack Reacher in it as well. I was like, all right, this might be a good movie. And I sat down and watched it, and it actually turned out to be almost like a documentary of World War II. And it was the guys, it was a secret mission almost that go in and blow up the U-boats and stuff. Well, instead of blowing them up, they stole them. I was like, all right, that definitely works.
Like, we can definitely use these things, so let's get them.
But it was one of the ones that it was kind of a undercover. If the English found out about it, they would get arrested. If the Germans or whatever found about it, then they'd get shot and killed. So it was more one of the things of, all right, they had to go in, they had to stay quiet. They couldn't, basically complete undercover almost. And it actually turned out pretty good, and it did stay at the front at the beginning, which I didn't catch at all, but it did say it was based off true stories and stuff. And you know, at the end they kind of show the photos and how
of what it really was.
Yeah, of what it really was and of the actual people.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, that's
cool.
actually very cool. I mean,
that's the kind of movies I like, that it's based on a true story.
The ones that when I was watching on TikTok and stuff, people were commenting, and I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Inglourious Bastards. You know, that movie with Brad Pitt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Brad Pitt, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen the movie.
It might have, I don't know, remember, but I mean, because that was somewhat kind of based off true stories as well. But everybody was like, no, it's basically just an Inglourious Bastards copyright or whatever. I'm like, no, it's not. Inglourious Bastards was on land about tanks and stuff like that. This one was about the sea. I mean, they were Navy. They weren't Army or Marine. They were Navy.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it turned out pretty cool. I mean, if you like the guts and the blood and everything else.
I hadn't really watched many movies lately. We did watch Tombstone the other night. I've seen it before, but it's been a long time since I watched it. It's a good movie. It's a little cheesy.
It's long and drawn out.
It's like they rushed it. Like you said, it was.
No, it's not rushed.
They draw it out real far. Because they're trying to get this one guy.
It's one guy, and that's it.
And then when it makes it to that one guy, it's like, okay, pow, done.
Yeah.
They don't have to hunt him down. Don't have to do anything crazy.
Like, no. I mean,
they're eradicating that gang. Gang of bad guys, but
that's the thing with Tombstone. It was long and drawn out, and you knew the whole time what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get behind movies completely like that. Yeah, I'll sit there and watch it, but I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
Unless I really feel like it.
We also watched a movie called The Outlaws, and it's on Netflix, I think it is. It's got, what's the guy from Workaholics? Adam Devine.
Yeah.
Adam Devine. It's got it's a Happy Madison film, so it's got Adam Sandler's wife in it. It's got a bunch of them big name guys. Adam Devine and that other long-haired guy that's on Workaholics with him. I can't remember his name.
All right. Google comes in handy.
And quite a bunch of people in there. But it was a good movie. It was funny, but it was cheesy. It was one of those predictable movies. You knew when it started that this is how it's going to play out. You know, I could basically figure out the plot.
Is that what it's called?
The Outlaws 2023, I think is when it was made.
Because
there's a series, but it's not a movie. Just type in The Outlaws movie.
There we go. Okay. I hadn't seen that one yet.
It ain't bad. It's predictable, like I said, but it was slapstick comedy where out of the blue something crazy's gonna happen, and you start laughing your butt off. But the whole plot line was pretty predictable. Like you could tell, all right, this is how this is gonna end up when you watched it. And I thought it was pretty decent. You know, talking about restaurants, one place I hadn't been in a while is Subway. You been to Subway in a while?
No, I don't try to go to Subway.
Yeah, but you work right around the corner from it.
Yeah, I heard that one's pretty bad though.
It's gotten that way. They used to be real good, but I think some new management took over or something,
yeah,
and
that's
the
what I've
quality's
heard.
gotten worse.
I hadn't been there. I try to stay with Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
I mean, I make it down to Jersey Mike's, pick up my sub, come back, eat it at
Yeah,
work.
you can eat it at work. So
Yeah.
that's the good thing with you is you can be on your lunch break, but as long as you're not making a complete mess and not doing your work, you can sit at the desk and eat.
Pretty much. I don't try to go to Subway if I don't have to. I mean, the boys like it every once in a while, but the one that they're in our town, it's kind of hit and miss.
Oh yeah.
I've heard.
Since a lot of the mega site workers came
Yeah.
to work, they said they've run out of stuff a lot of times.
Yeah.
There'll be so many people in there at lunchtime that they can't keep up. Crazy part is they say it's eat fresh, but they got a big cooler in the back, so
Yeah.
you know that stuff's frozen.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a darn delivery truck at Subway. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do
No.
they even have a dock door or?
Probably not.
I've just never seen someone pull up and deliver Subway. So it's like,
I don't know. I hadn't been to the backside of that one.
is that a conspiracy theory? Like,
I mean, okay, so even the one there in Ramsford, that one don't have a dock
they
door.
don't even have a door in the back, really. Like, where do they
And you
get?
can't really even get a truck in there, honestly.
No. Where do they get their stuff from?
From the deli, right down the road, I reckon.
But still, like, do they send Linda down the street
I
to get the
guess.
meats and load them up in the back of her Toyota Camry?
I reckon.
Are we
It's
Are we paying big money for Boar's Head, but we're actually getting great value or whatever they sell at Food Line?
it's not Boar's Head. I know that.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
are we paying Subway prices for the cheap stuff at Food Line or
Oh, yeah.
Walmart?
And then they always, oh no, it's only one slice of meat, like
Yeah,
one layer
that's
of
the
meat.
craziest thing is you can say, all right, let me get like an Italian BMT, and they put 3 slices of meat on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the crap is this?
Why does it not look like the picture? Come on now.
And you ask for extra, and they charge you $1 for 3 more slices.
Yeah.
Like, what the world?
And then
Or their biggest stickler is cheese. Like, I like a lot of cheese on my sandwiches
Yeah.
mostly. And I'm like, okay, throw some cheese on it. They put 3 little pieces.
mm-hmm.
What the crap is this?
Oh yeah, I think it's, if I remember right, because I mean, if it's a 6-inch, it's like
3 slices. I think.
3 slices, maybe 4 slices of meat, depending on the meat. And it's always they'll take it and then fold it over, take it
Yeah.
and fold it over, take it and fold it over, take it and fold it over. So I think it's like 4 for a 6-inch, and then like 3 slices of cheese. And then, but golly, if
They've
you want
even
some
got
lettuce, if you want some lettuce or something other, oh, they'll rack it up with some lettuce.
Oh yeah, because that's
And then-
the cheap stuff.
Yeah, like no, I want the meat.
And like the condiments, the mayonnaise and stuff. I mean, they are dousing your
Yeah.
sandwich with that.
You go light mayonnaise. Okay, about 3 passes on there. Is that light? No.
No, it's gonna be dripping all over my car.
Like,
And that's one thing that Subway I've noticed. They must have a card back there that tells them the ingredients
Yeah.
and how much to put. Because you'll see them sometimes. The new people will look up
yeah.
and then okay, we got to put 3 avocados or
Well, if you,
3 jalapenos on there. Not
Well, I know-
avocado, but
it's got
they got a certain number of stuff
Yeah.
they should put on there.
Well, I know if you, so I mean, it's got the ingredient list or whatever on there, on the sign whenever you walk in.
Yeah, when you order.
Yeah, when you order, and a lot of times, yeah, I catch them. They'll look
Looking.
back,
Yeah,
like, okay, well, what does that got on it?
yeah.
Motherfucker, you should know what it's got on it.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like they must have a number when you
Yeah.
got to put cheese on there. You got to put this amount
Yeah.
on this and this amount on this because they'll look at it and then they'll put out 3 slices or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, what kind of cheese? Well, it says pepper jack up there, but can I get provolone?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they'll still ask, what kind of cheese you want? It says pepper jack, don't it? I mean, like, if I wanted it like it says. Don't ask me for the cheese.
Oh yeah.
It says
Make
pepper
it the
jack.
way it
Maybe
says.
says pepper jack. Well, what you want lettuce on it? Does it say lettuce? Then I want lettuce.
Yeah.
I mean,
Make it the way it comes.
I'll tell you if I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I mean, that's why a lot of times I just go like when I do Jersey Mike's, I just order it, customize it.
Yeah, do it right there and
Yeah.
go pick it up.
I'm done, over with. Which I've got. Have you stopped in there yet?
No, I haven't. I'm not
Honestly,
a huge sandwich fan unless I'm just grabbing one for lunch. But
Yeah.
me, I don't really go by a Jersey Mike's or anything
Oh yeah, that's
where
true.
I'm driving. Now, if I was running up and down 64 through there, I'd stop. But
Yeah.
I don't really go that way. Yeah, I would just park in the turn lane and walk over it.
Yeah. Which
I do that many times.
I've gotten one of their bowls, like I guess you call it a protein bowl or whatever.
Just a decent constructed sandwich.
Yeah, pretty much. But honestly, I think you get more bang for your buck with a bowl than you do a sandwich.
And if you wanted to, you could buy the bowl and bring it home and put
Probably.
it on bread.
Yeah.
Like if you
Well, no, what I think they actually take it and chop it up when
Mm.
it's in a bowl, so you can do all that, which is probably still be pretty good. Yeah, throw it on a slice of bread, on
Yeah,
a loaf
like,
of bread. Or
I
whatever.
was thinking if me and my wife wanted the same thing, I'd go get a bowl and
Yeah.
then bring it home and put it on a sandwich or whatever. But shoot, I've been able to go to the deli over at Food Line and get the same ingredients almost
Yeah.
and make my own sandwiches a lot of times. So
Yeah, that's true.
I was doing that for a while in the truck. I need to get back on it. Buy the flatbreads from Food Line and then the meats and cheeses and make my own and take them to work.
Yeah. You don't get that vinegar, balsamic vinegar that's thrown on there as oil and
No,
vinegar.
not really. It just makes it all greasy and oily.
I like it. I like it with the vinegar on there at times, depending on what I'm getting.
Yeah. Talking about food, how'd you like that pork I made yesterday?
It was pretty good, honestly.
Turned out good. Could have went a little bit longer on the grill.
Yeah,
Get
I
it a
think
little
it'd have been
more
fine
tender.
if it would have been.
About 200 probably.
And then when we threw it back on, I think we might have just a hair overcooked it, but I think it turned out pretty good. I think
Yeah,
next time you try a little something different. I don't know what, but it was still good. Cause maybe
Cooking it a little longer, a little slower maybe.
yeah, maybe a little slower, but like you said, get it up to a higher temperature the first time,
Mm.
and then I know we had trouble when we started pulling it. That was our biggest thing.
The first time I did it, I got it up. It's a Boston butt on a pit ball smoker. I run it up to about 205, I think it was. Well, once it gets to about 170, you take it and then you put it in a pan
Yeah,
and put your honey or whatever in it, cover it, then run it up to about 200, and then take it off. Put your whole pan down in the cooler
yeah,
and let it rest for about an hour. And it turned out good the first time because then I could just reach in, pull the bone out, rip it
Yeah.
apart, no big deal. But this time, I think we let it sit in the cooler a little bit too long.
yeah. I think that's
So
what it was.
the oils and the steam and everything made it toughen
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah,
It
'cause
tasted good though. Had a
It
good
was
flavor.
pretty tough right there around the bone, which is fine. I mean, you just take that pretty much and chop it up.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
had a
more
good
chopped and
flavor.
pulled. But
I think that honey mixture, honey butter and that seasoning,
yeah,
that made a good mixture with the sauce.
mm-hmm.
Didn't have to put any ketchup or anything on it. You just
Mhm.
mixed it all up and it was good and flavorful.
Yeah. I think we need to put the hot honey on it next time.
Yeah.
Get a
or
little
some
heat to it.
paprika or something just
Yeah.
to add some heat.
Which I don't know. I think one of those seasonings it did have some paprika in it.
Yeah, it is. That one big can of seasoning you bought or
Yeah.
you put on it.
Yeah, I finished it off and then I put part of the other one on there that worked pretty well with it.
The good thing with that pork is it'll feed a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
we still had 2 pounds of it left over, and we fed 10 people with it.
You'll be eating on it for the rest of the
That's
week.
what I had for supper tonight. I ate some for supper.
I should have come over and got some and got those chairs and stuff like that.
The chair, I forgot it, but you're not taking the kids to school tomorrow, are you?
No.
Well, it's in my wife's car. So next time you
Okay.
either come over or you see her at school,
Alright.
I'll get it to you.
I'll probably see her Wednesday then.
Yeah, I'll just remind her that she's got
that
your
works
chair.
pretty good right there. One on the arm, one on the belly, one in the hand.
That's one thing we forgot to say is for this podcast, we appreciate all of y'all listening, tuning in.
Yep.
You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook. TikTok and Facebook is Poorboy Chronicles. We've got YouTube. We are doing a video, so that'll be posted on YouTube at Map.Productions.
We'll probably post the link on the Facebook.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
post it on the Facebook. We have email. What's the email?
PoorboyChronicles23@gmail.com.
Yeah, so if you want to be a guest or if you got any insight or
Any smoking recipes or whatever else, and any knowledge, or even want to be on the podcast, you're more than welcome to contact us.
you can hear this episode on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcast.
Yep.
Trying to get it spread out on some other ones, but that's a pain in the butt to get it distributed.
Yeah. Zach, you about ready to wrap it up? You got a verse of the day?
My phone's doing the video.
Oh,
so
that's right.
I have to pull it up, but yeah, we just appreciate the support. I know we've taken some time off, but
I think I read the last few. So
we've been busy as all get out and trying to keep up with the kids and
with the holiday and everything else coming up too. So.
Get ready for vacation. I got vacation next week, so hopefully we can squeeze something in before I go on vacation.
Yeah,
maybe Thursday or something.
Which we could always
record ahead of time.
Or you can record. I can give you a holler.
Yeah, I can record.
You record at the beach.
I thought about doing that. That would be pretty fun. Have the family, have some people sitting around.
Yeah, that'd work. I mean, you just call me or whatever, and I'll record too.
See if we can figure out the whole Zoom thing on there.
Like if you got a verse of the day, we'll
the
give it a close
verse of the day is 1 Thessalonians 4:11.
I'm glad you read that.
Thessalonians.
Like I said, I'm glad you read that.
Chapter 4, verse 11. That you also aspire to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you. Well, that's pretty simple. I try to do that too, mind my own business, and just stay to myself, do my thing.
That's a hard thing to do, but
that's a good verse for the day.
Yeah, it is. Makes you really think.
Don't get caught up in the drama. Just do what God wants you to do.
Pretty much.
But we appreciate y'all listening. Hopefully this sound quality is a lot better.
I hope so.
You can probably hear us fumbling with the microphones and all that.
It'll be alright.
We'll get this one posted, and y'all just feel free to give us a like and subscribe and share that thing. We'll try to get some more merch out there.
Yeah, I think we're working on a few stickers, maybe some business cards or whatever else.
Yeah,
and
we'll do something.
But we appreciate y'all.
Oh, appreciate y'all listening. Y'all have a good one.